Hi, Sparkles. This is episode 135 of the Intuitive Wisdom podcast. This is a big week for me, and I am so excited to share it with you. My book releases in paperback form, not just on Kindle. Now you and I can each hold a copy in our hands. I've been talking about it for a while, and it's here. My book is called Make Ease Your Vibe and includes mindset, energy, and time management strategies to help make ease your daily vibe. Today, I'm sharing more about my book and some new bonuses. Here we go. Hi, and welcome to Intuitive Wisdom. I am your host, Kay Margaret Solorio. I am an author, spiritual teacher, and certified angel Reiki master. I believe that all the answers you seek are inside you. When you learn to discern between the ego and the intuition, tune into spirit, you can hear that whisper, your intuitive wisdom, answering your questions and showing you the next right step. On this podcast, we explore that connection and the good that happens in the world when you learn to hear your intuition, trust your intuitive wisdom, and allow your magic. Quick announcements before we get to the episode. My book is now available for purchase on Amazon, if you didn't hear me say it at the beginning. I've also posted and sent out February offers to the mailing list. Are you on my mailing list? You really should be. I hope you are. Be sure to grab your free guided meditation from my website, and then I will add you to the Sparkle list as part of that process, the email list. Sign up is on my website at deliciousEase.com. So those February opportunities. My theme for this month is clarity. On February 12th, we have our group angel session where we will connect with Archangel Haniel, angel of intuition and of the moon. And it'll be a full moon on February 12th, and I'm very excited to spend some time live together on Zoom, raising our vibration. It will be potent. On the 19th, we have our live guided meditation series. That'll be 30 minutes on Zoom, and you are welcome to join that for free. There is a link on the website for that. And this month, I also have available a DIY course called Meet Your Spirit Guide. It's a 4-part audio series and workbook to help guide you to open that conversation with your own personal lifelong spirit guide or guides. Yes, each one of us each has a spirit guide or more, at least one. Have you met yours? Sign up and details, again, can be found at my website, deliciousEase.com, and also the link to purchase the book. All right, let's get to the episode. All right, because I'm so excited and can't stop saying it, my question for you today is, have you purchased my book? My book is Make Ease Your Vibe, which released in paperback this week. If you're listening to this live, the first week of February 2025. To hold my book in my hand is a lifelong dream. Well, as long as I've been able to write. That's been a dream. I've envisioned myself as a published author. Creating this book, as I'm sure you can imagine, was quite the journey. I wrote the first draft in 6 weeks, sitting down daily for about 15 minutes or so, and forever altering my perception of time and what I think is possible. And I talk about that in the book too. That was 2.5 years ago. Ha! I remember going live on Instagram after I finished the first draft and saying, I'll have this published and out to you in the next 4 months. Well, what took so long? It was mostly me getting out of my own way. Each time I came up to a new aspect of the book, I somehow got lost in the overwhelm or made slow progress and forgot that it all builds and builds momentum. What am I most proud of? I'm most proud of not giving up. It didn't all come together as I expected, but it came together, and it's beautiful. I self-published, and I learned a lot about publishing and book design and cover design, and I really enjoyed it. What's most important? Well, I think what's most important is that this information gets out in the world where it can help others. Whether you glean one insight, are inspired by one story, or dig in and into the inner work and create new thought patterns and update your mindset, this book ultimately is for you. I wrote a preface, my letter to you, and I'm going to read it now. You were born enough. You are unique. There was never before a person like you in a time like this. Your value is in your beingness. We have been super achievers, super moms, super employees, super employers, super students, super kids. In this constant striving and becoming, I think it is easy to lose sight of how you are, how you approach your life and your work, your mindset. The work, the inner work, is never done. To be frank, that's the point. In transforming your default mindset and adopting a growth mindset, you are moving from outcome-based, one-time solution, to process-based, tools and systems you can lean on time and time again. You know that feeling when you obtain something you've wanted and not long after you're wanting the next thing? You are a creator. The joy is in the creating, not the creation. Spoiler alert, you are the creation. I once read that behind every strong person, there is a story where they had no choice. As humans, we often don't change until we feel we must or we have no other choice. I've always considered myself a strong person. I may not have remembered that, or had confidence in who I am, or had a clear vision of what I wanted to do next, but I knew that I was clever and that through all my experiences, negative and positive, I kept going. There have been many memorable, no other choice moments in my life, leading me on my path. A big turning point and the ignition point that led me to writing this book came with COVID, the COVID pandemic. Before the pandemic, I was miserably successful. I'd helped build a thriving family, I had a steady job, we lived in a nice house, our kids were happy and healthy, and yet when my alarm went off each morning, I was filled with heaviness and dread. I was so disconnected from who I really am. I had lost sight of my inner being and respect for myself. I would push myself through the morning routine and make everyone uncomfortable and inevitably be crying by 8 a.m. Ooh, what a routine. And then, just like that, with a heavy hand, COVID came into our lives. Pre-pandemic, my day-to-day had felt like a marathon. And with COVID, that schedule was turned on its axis. A horizontal timeline to a vertical one. Now suddenly everyone needed everything from me at the same time all the time. There were no segments to the day. There was demand. Now. I held it together for about 2 months, and then it felt like I fell out of a car moving at highway speed. I'd roll along, and then every so often my butt would figuratively hit the pavement, bounce and roll. I experienced monthly mental breakdowns. I feared death for me and my family members. I couldn't imagine I would die completely unsatisfied. I was frustrated. I was scared. I was overwhelmed, and had little idea of how to take care of myself. The bounce and roll, the mental breakdowns, ran on repeat for about 5 months. I felt some relief when my husband and I put together a will and trust in the event of our death. At least there was a record of all the paperwork in our lives. And then finally I realized no one thing was coming to save me or make things better. I had a choice. I could live, or I could live like I was dying. No fun writing a book about a downward spiral, so I'm guessing you know I took radical responsibility for my happiness. I took months of being wildly uncomfortable, facing fears, and learning how to be brave, a skill we as humans always have use for. But I knew, I learned, and I remembered I was something more. I gave myself permission to be me. I created new thought patterns, laid the tracks, until I believed in my heart that me being me was of more benefit than denying myself in sacrifice for others. The world needs you, just as you are in this moment. There's no one like you, ever in time or space. You are unique, and that has value. You were enough when you were born. In my personal growth journey, I have and continue to learn many strategies and continue to expand my mindset of what is possible. These exercises and concepts have allowed me to build a life I love the life I lead, and have faith that I am on the path to all that I desire. This change was all inner work. If you look at my life now and 3 years ago, not much has changed. If you look at me now and 3 years ago, you see a much happier and calmer person. This is what I want to share with you. It is my desire that you live with delicious ease. Delicious Ease is the name of my podcast. Obviously, we've updated since then. Interjection, we're now Intuitive Wisdom. And the company I am building. My wish is that you learn to trust the process and go with the flow, allowing the universe to surprise and delight you as you co-create this life and manifest your desires. Ease that feels, life is what we experience, so satisfying and delicious. This is my intention in creating and sharing my framework on the pages that follow. It begins with the thoughts you think. Note on terminology. I use God, Spirit, and Universe interchangeably, and aim to use the gender-neutral pronouns they, them. Please insert your current word for the Almighty as you read along. If you are interested in joining my community or learning more, I hope you'll check out my podcast or sign up for the Sparkle mailing list on my website, deliciousease.com. If you picked up this book, I have no doubt this message is meant for you, and I'm honored to be part of your journey. With all my heart, I wish you the best. Things are working out for you. Things are always working out for you. Lots of sparkles, K. Margaret. All right, Sparkles, I hope you enjoyed that. I'd also like to talk about the book bonuses I am working on and will be up in a few days, so by the time you listen to this, they will be available. I've created an outline of each chapter with the takeaways. So, what did I want to write? Outline of each chapter with keep takeaways. Well, you understand what I mean, right? The main points are things you want to especially remember. Plus a list of exercises and bonus content for each chapter, including meditations, workbooks, templates, challenges, and additional resources. I really think you're going to love it. On my website, I have a page now dedicated to the book. You can go to the main page, deliciousease.com, and click book in the menu. Or you can go direct, deliciousease.com/MEYV. Those last 4 letters stand for the title of the book, Make Ease Your Vibe. There you will find the link to purchase your copy of the book and the form to fill out for access to the bonus content. That's what I have for you today, Sparkles. And don't forget, I've got lots of goodies on the book bonus page waiting for you when you purchase your copy. Go to deliciousease.com and click on book in the top menu. Remember to celebrate this week. It may be a little win or a book launch big win, but either way, it's a win. And when we celebrate, we let the universe know, more of this, please. All right, I'll see you next week. Hey, Sparkles. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Intuitive Wisdom Podcast. If you haven't already, click subscribe and follow. And if you love this episode, please leave a review and share it on Instagram and tag me at Delicious Ease. That's DELICIOUSEASE, so that I can say thank you. Every review helps another person find this podcast and learn to welcome their own intuitive wisdom. You can download your free 20-minute guided ideal day meditation on my website, deliciousease.com. Again, that's DELICIOUSEASE.com. And have you bought my book yet? Now available on Amazon, be sure to find my book, Make Ease Your Vibe, for mindset, energy, and time strategies that help you raise your vibration and enjoy the life you live. See you next week.